everybody and welcome to Inequalities Part 2. So you should have done the questions now where you were looking at inequalities that only had one inequality symbol in them. Now we're going to look at where there are two inequality symbols. Okay, so it gets a little bit more complicated, but the same rules still apply. So how I remember this is you always start from X and you're going to read in two directions. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to read in this direction. So it's telling me that X, and I've got the greater side pointing to X. So X is greater than 3. So if I write that down, X is greater than 3. And it also tells me, so if I read the other way, that X is less than 8. So X less than 8. So I've got two things there. So it's greater than 3, but it's less than 8. So if I'm thinking about what numbers would be included in this inequality, it doesn't include 3 or 8, but it gives me the numbers from 3 up to 8, because I can't go any less than 3 and I can't go any more than 8. So the numbers it's going to include are 4, 5, 6 and 7, because 3 and 8 are not included. Okay, so the trick with these is that the numbers that are in the inequality, so the 3 and the 8, they're not going to be outside of those numbers. Okay, so it's not going to be any less than this one, it's not going to be any more than this one ever, but you're just looking at, does it include that number as well? Okay, so for this one, it's telling me that X is greater than -2, but it's also telling me that X is less than and equal to 5. Okay, so we've got our boundaries, which are -2 and 5. Okay, so which ones does it include and which one doesn't? So it doesn't include the -2. So it's -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And yes, it does include 5 in this one. Okay, so the next one, X greater than and equal to 1. But X is less than 5. So when I write out my list of numbers, I'm using the numbers from 1 to 5. But what does it include and what does it not? Well, it definitely does include 1, 2, 3 and 4, but doesn't include 5 because it's not equal. Okay, so the last one, I'm not going to write it out this time. It's X is greater than and equal to -4. And X is less than and equal to 1. So it's -4 to 1, and it includes both of those numbers. So the numbers that would be in this inequality are -4, -3, -2, -1, 0 and 1. Now I'm going to show you how to represent those on a number line. Okay, so the first one, it's 3 to 8. Now they're not included, so remember that means it's an open circle. So I draw an open circle at 3 and I draw an open circle at 8, and I just join them with a line. Okay, so that's what it tells me. The next one, it's -2 and it's an open circle, and then it goes to 5, but 5 is a closed circle because it includes 5. And again, I just join it up with a line. The next one, 1 is a closed circle, and then 5 is an open one because it doesn't include 5, so I join them up. And then my last one, they're both included. So -4 is a closed circle, 1 is a closed circle, and you can join them up. If you find it easier, okay, and you wouldn't be able to figure out what was included, first of all, what you could do is you could put it on a number line straight away, knowing that the open circles means that they're not included, and then figure out what's in between. So you've got 4, 5, 6 and 7. So that could be another way of finding out what numbers belong to that inequality. Have a go at the questions now yourself.